Hey everyone! Today I decided to play with some of my Christmas rub-on transfers. So I've got a card base and a panel, and I have a bunch of transfers from Hero Arts and 49 and Market. These are ones that I had picked up at a clearance area of some craft store in Portland when I was driving through there a few years ago. So I'm going to take my paper rose stitched rectangle dies and cut a piece of that front panel out. And then I will greatly speed up the video as I work with the transfers because I wasn't sure. I have a bunch of leftover pieces from Christmas cards that I had previously made, and then several new sheets still in the package, but I thought I'll try to use up as much of these leftovers and see what comes of this. I'm pretty sure that all of the rub-on transfers that I'm using today are from 49 and Market. I had purchased two packages of them. One was the Christmas Spectacular 2023 Foliage Rub-On Transfer Set, and the other one is the Christmas Spectacular 2023 Classic Rub-On Transfer Set. And there are six 6x8 sheets in each of these. And I got them, to be completely honest with you, I got these for $1 a package. It was insane. We don't see these prices in Canada. I did buy them in early 2024, so they were the previous season. But I mean, it's 2026 now, and they're still going strong. And I bought two packages of each, and I still have a full package of each, plus these little bits of leftovers. I'm bringing in some red shimmer cardstock from Michaels, and I cut out the next size up from those stitched rectangles just to give a little bit of a border there. And I am going to glue this one together. And I was quite pleased how this one came out, just kind of mixing up some of those rub-ons and added the rub-on that says "Let there be peace on earth." Now I have some sequins that I had cut out from that same red shimmer cardstock that I've got stored in a little glass jar, and these are the Sequin Mix dies by Lawn Fawn. To be completely honest, I had glued the panels on here slightly crooked and it was bugging me, and I thought, oh, if I put some sequins on there, it kind of makes it look like it's supposed to be that way. So that's what I'm going with anyways. So I'm gluing those on. And then once I get these glued on, I decided, you know what, I might as well make a second card because I still have so many of these. And yeah, so you'll see in a moment, I am going to cut out another panel and with the rectangle there. And this time I am going to use the rub-on transfers on the card base itself and then put the panel over top. So it took me a bit to figure out which rub-on transfers would fit nicely with the panel over top. I wanted to make sure that they didn't look wonky. And I'm doing a mixture again of some of the berries and leaves, and then there's a couple like lacy little line. They're not really lines. They're little strips of lace. That's a better description for it. Anyway, so I have a couple of those that I'm putting down just to mix it up a little bit. And these rub-on transfers, sorry, let's try that again. These rub-on transfers, you can layer over top of each other, so I am overlapping little bits here and there. And again, I've mentioned before in previous videos, but these 49 and Market rub-on transfers are amazing. They rub on so nicely. And like I said, these ones are a few years old and they're still doing well. I have no idea how long rub-on transfers last before you have to use them up. I don't know if they lose their stickiness. I have heard that they do from some people, and I've heard that they don't from others. So I guess time will tell. Anyways, I have this box of, or a little tin of pre-cut Christmas sentiments. So I found one there that says Happy Holidays. And I wanted to put just a little bit of rub-on transfer in a couple of the corners of the panel there. So I'm just kind of cutting things down and seeing what I think looks all right. And then I will go ahead and stick those on just a tiny little bit in that bottom corner. and then slightly more in the top corner. And once I am happy with that, I will go ahead and start assembling this onto the card base. I've got my art glitter glue, glue that down, and then I will use my fine precision tip for the die cut because those were some tiny little lines on there. And once I get that glued in place, then I decided I wanted to add some Christmas sentiment stamps on the inside. And my go-to for inside sentiments on my Christmas cards is this 'Tis the Season stamp set by Stampendous that I got like probably 3 or 4 years ago when I first started making cards. And I used my VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink to stamp those in. And I went with a different sentiment for each card. And then I will add my custom Shanti Art Creation stamp on the back. And here are the finished cards. I like that little "Let there be peace on earth," and inside says, "May the miracle of Christmas fill your heart with wonder and joy." And then the next one says, "Happy Holidays." And inside it says, "May your family enjoy a special season filled with love, joy, and peace." So there's a couple more Christmas cards to add to my stash. I hope you've enjoyed this, and if you did, I would appreciate a like on the video. And if you want to see more of my card making or scrapbooking videos, consider subscribing to my channel. It's much appreciated. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful, peaceful day.